You think your life's bad? Try being a cold-blooded murder log with a walnut-sized brain and a career built on waiting. I'm an American alligator, 15 feet long, over 1,000 pounds of prehistoric sadness floating in a swamp full of jet ski gas and discarded beer cans. My life sucks. Nature never hurries, yet everything is accomplished. Lao Tzu said that. But Lao Tzu never had to spend 93 straight hours in a mud hole pretending to be dead just to maybe eat a squirrel. They call me a living fossil. Translation? I haven't evolved in 200 million years. That's not a flex, that's abandonment. Everyone else got upgrades. I got stuck with cold blood, stubby limbs, and depression. I don't chase, I wait. I don't play, I float. My heartbeat slows to 3 beats per minute. That's not survival. That's apathy made biological. When you think of me, you think apex predator. You picture a death roll, a chomp, a heroic lunge from the water. Yeah, I can do all that. But mostly I sit still for days at a time, half submerged in mosquito water, staring at nothing and thinking even less. My brain is the size of a finger, but my bite force is over 2,000 pounds per square inch. I can crack a turtle in half like a pistachio, but I've also swallowed a shoe and a GoPro, and once, I think, a lawn flamingo. You think I care what I eat? I can survive 6 months without food. I've done it more than once. That's not willpower, that's biology giving up on me. And when I do eat, I spin. The death roll. Fast, violent, insane torque. I don't chew, I don't savor, I disassemble. If it bleeds, I spin it. If it doesn't, I probably still try. I once death rolled a car bumper someone dumped in the water. Tasted like rust and shame. Welcome to my menu. I live in swamps across the American Southeast. Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. Any place with stagnant water. And the occasional golf course. I've been spotted in pools, sewers, parking lots, driveways, backyards, and fountains, and one time in a Taco Bell parking lot during a hurricane. Nobody invited me. I was just trying not to drown. I'm not territorial. I don't roar. I don't even move unless I absolutely have to. Why? Because motion burns energy. And I live on an energy budget smaller than your phone battery. Thermoregulation is my entire personality. I don't sweat, I don't pant. I bake in the sun with my mouth open, hoping I don't die from overheating. That's my idea of fun. Sometimes I just sit with my jaws open for hours. Tourists think I'm yawning, I'm not. I'm ventilating my skull and contemplating the meaninglessness of life. I can hold my breath underwater for over 2 hours. That's not a party trick. That's what happens when you're cold-blooded and emotionally shut down. Every time I exhale, I let go of a dream I didn't even know I had. Let's talk about my eyes. They glow red in the dark. Not because I'm magical, because of the tapetum lucidum, a reflective membrane that bounces light back through the retina to help me see in low light. You know what I see? Mostly trash. Glow sticks, beer bottles, filmed by influencers on airboats blasting country music, apex predator, more like the swamp's unwilling mascot. I haven't bellowed in years. We can bellow, you know. Loud, deep roars, vibrations that rattle the water. It's for mating, or territory, or raw emotion. But I don't use it, because I have nothing left to say. Mating is fast, sloppy, and awkward. I grunt, she grunts. We splash around for 20 seconds, then she lays 50 eggs in a nest of rotting leaves and I never see her again. Or them. Half the babies get eaten by raccoons. The rest get picked off by birds, snakes, or each other. Survival of the fittest? More like survival of the slightly luckier until the next flood. I don't know my kids. I've probably eaten some. I don't do family. I don't do feelings. I do sun, silence, and maybe a fish if it gets too close. I once ate a drone, not out of hunger, just because it buzzed over my nest and annoyed me. That's how I make decisions. You annoy me? I bite. You float? I investigate. You bleed? I eat. That's the whole philosophy. I've been alive for decades. I've survived hurricanes, floods, fires, tourists, and tick-tookers. You know what almost killed me? A plastic bag full of raw hot dogs thrown off a party barge. I swallowed the whole thing and didn't move for 4 days. That's what gets me. Not an asteroid like my ancestors, but an expired snack pack wrapped in cling film. You want to hear something worse? I've gone viral more times than I've made it. I've been on YouTube, Instagram, even daytime news, usually dragging something underwater or looking like a log until I blink. That's my legacy. Background villain in a short someone else monetized. They put me on t-shirts, on mugs, on souvenir shot glasses. You can buy my face for $6 in a truck stop next to barbecue sauce. And no one asked if I'm okay. Once, a kid threw a Twinkie at me and said, "Smile, Gator." I didn't, not because I couldn't, but because I was offended. The Twinkie was expired. I'm not a monster. I'm a relic. An old weapon nature forgot to retire. Everyone thinks I'm dangerous. I'm not. I'm just waiting. Waiting for the world to get quiet again. Waiting for the water to be clean. Waiting for the last human to leave my swamp alone. Or maybe just waiting to stop waiting. Because nothing's coming. And I know that. I've known it since I stopped bellowing. I'm not dead, but I've stopped trying to live. And I'm not alone. There's a Greenland shark still swimming blind through poison at the bottom of the ocean, 3 centuries old and never touched warmth. An anglerfish with glowing bait who drags the fused corpse of her mate through blackness. A lion who murdered his own cubs to wear the crown for 2 short years before being left to die in the dust. Their lives suck too. If you want to hear their stories, join the pack and subscribe to Critter Safari, because even the creatures who look invincible are just quietly sinking.